Good day everyone, we are the Group 3 and let us introduce to you our research titled Factors Affecting the Decision Making Among ABM 12 Students of Central Mindanao University Senior High School in Choosing College Courses. So education is commonly regarded as the panacea of world socio-economic problems. Everyone in the world, particularly students who's about to begin college, aspires to have high quality of life and high social status by making a wise career decision. So there are factors that makes ABM 12 students undecided in choosing their college course. First factor is the parents' choice. Students are undecided because their parents decide on what course they will take in college. As a result, students are forced to take a course that does not match their interests. The second factor is the financial capabilities. So financial cost experienced by students and their families. When choosing a course, it will be depending on their financial capabilities. The third factor is passion versus practicality. So students were unsure whether to pursue their passion or choose practicality in college. So students apply some coping mechanisms that might help them to find ways to choose the right career that they will pursue in college, such as classify consideration based on their importance. So by this, they will be able to determine which course is the most important for them. The second one is to conduct research and gather current information. So by this, they will be able to have enough knowledge about the courses that they are interested before making a decision. And also, they will be able to determine the availability of the course they intend to take in the future. The purpose of this research is to know the factors of ABM 12 students and to identify what possible solutions that will help them to overcome their factors that influence them in a way that confuses and frustrates them.
Chapter 2 is the research objectives. Given the aforementioned problems of the ABM 12 students of Central Mindanao University Senior High School, this study aims to achieve the following objectives. First, to assess the difficulties of grade 12 ABM batch 2020 to 2021 in choosing their courses. Second, to assess their knowledge level about choosing their desired courses before making a decision. And lastly, to analyze the statistical association between the concentrate on the best thing they can do and the skills they needed to survive in the future.
Good day, I am Charlotte Amsterdania and I will be discussing the part 3 of our research, which is the potential outcome. Choosing a course is actually a hard decision to make. Every student should be careful in choosing a course because once you have decided which course you will take and you have already started it, there will be no way out. Your future lies upon it, and the decision you will make would figure out what life you will have in the future. This study aims to aid the factor of undecided students in choosing their college courses of grade 12 students who are enrolled in accountancy, business, and management in the school year 2020-2021. The expected outcomes of the proposed study would be: first, parents should be informed and oriented about their children's decision-making process. Secondly, the students should be encouraged to open up their decisions to their parents so that they can be guided in every decision they make. Next is, student must persevere in order to provide enough funds to continue their desired course. And lastly, for the students to choose the right path between passion and practicality to secure one's future. Those are the expected potential outcomes of the study that will be surely useful to students, especially in terms of practicality, as it serves as career guided to them to become more successful, efficient, competitive, and fulfilled in the career type they are going to choose.
The one who will benefit the most if the research is implemented is the ABM 12 Senior High School, teachers, future researchers, or other students. The beneficiaries are the ABM 12 Senior High School of Central Mindanao University. These beneficiaries are mostly poor or in the middle class status of living. During my interview, I found out that these factors have a great impact on their decision making, especially on what course to choose in college. Also, not only the ABM 12 students who will benefit from this research, but also the future researchers, students, and teachers, because if the senior high school is decided and fixed on what course to take, then it will also help the teachers in terms of the number of the students. That will not decrease due to the undecided senior high school. It will help other students too because it will be a good example of them and it will help not to waste their money, time, and effort on the wrong decision.
Chapter 5, the methodology. So this examines the choice of profession, is refined difficulty for senior high school students, which requires the caution and serious elements affecting their choices. So according to Uyar, Gongermos, and Kuzey on 2011, there are elements affecting the selection of senior high school student and choosing, which is the profession opportunities, the instructor, the money, and the parents. So the aim of this is the grade 12 senior high school students encounter the different elements that have an impact on their resolution of Ruth, which consists of decision making and interest. So the purpose of this study is to give an influence in the direction of the graduating beginners in choosing a path in college. So for our flow chart is discussion is very important. So for deciding factor must be very important too. And they can really ask for advice on others, but they can also ask themselves what they like the most, so they can actually doubt instead of doubting. They can also discover their passion on their own, so they can listen to their parents' advice. They should be under pressure in any ways. So most importantly, what you like so much, that's the most important thing.
So the timetable shows the number of working days to make the research project, which is a one-day career guidance webinar to assist the decision-making of the students and to address the factors that making them undecided. So as you can see at the table, it must wait 3 working days for the acceptance of the research proposal, and 2 working days for sending the invitation to the speakers, and 3 working days for discussing what will happen during the webinar event. And 5 working days are allotted for the development of tools that will be used, and 4 working days are allotted for informing students and filing forms for the webinar event. The one who is invited in this webinar is the ABM 12 students of Central Mindanao University Senior High School, together with their parents. At the end of the webinar event, students are expected to gain knowledge about being decisive to what course they will take in college. This also contributes to the students to be more motivated, encouraged, and be critical in everything they make. So the purpose of the webinar is to educate the students and give them guidance for a better decision. This way, many students will probably understand each path they will take for their future careers. Also, it will widen the students' knowledge about their dream careers that will encourage them to really pursue the things they want in their life.
Financial plan. The research proposal financial budget would be totaled 1,000 pesos for the whole duration of the study. Due to the pandemic, the interview was done via online because researchers were unable to personally interview the respondents. However, it did not become a hindrance to continue the study. The researchers decided to conduct their interview online. All of the expenses were for conducting a video chat and messenger interview with the respondents.
We will be able to determine that a student has finally followed the course they desire as long as they are well motivated and confident, they work hard to accomplish the requirements, they pass on time, they have the determination to finish their studies, and they will be able to inspire other students like them and never thought of the hindrance they encounter in decision making and accomplishing their courses.
The student itself knows where they are qualified and what they love. In our past interviews, we do a follow-up question if they don't qualify to in their desired courses. So they sincerely answered in pointing out their backup courses, which is also related to their desired course. So probably the support of their parents will have a big impact leading to their desired course, orienting their parent to support and guide them with proper advices in terms that they did not qualify to the course that they desired. We already knew that every time we did not get the things we want, we hustle and work hard for it and able to find ways until we reach it. We also suggested the students to be persevere in any form, especially in reaching their goals.